Welcome back. Today we are testing the new Roto Grip Idol Cosmos. If you like what we do, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out on Patreon. First thoughts, I was hoping for an Idol Pearl replacement, but the Idol Cosmos is something entirely different. Alright, let's jump in. I'll start off by saying how shocked and somewhat frustrated by how strong the Idol Cosmos was out of the gate. Yes, this is a house shot, and in the summer they play even more hooking, so I don't expect to be able to play direct unless I launch it, but I had to move myself quite deep on the lanes for the left side before I can find the right zone. You know, when I said I expected it to be between the Idol Helios and Idol Pearl, it is in the broadest sense, but in a different way than I expected. After a lot of frustrating shots trying to find the pocket with the Cosmos, I finally found it between the, or beyond the third arrow, I should say, or very open angles. And that should clue you into the differences I'm talking about right away. Barring the Idol Pearl, this is more continuous for me than both the Idol or any of the others, Idol, Idol Helios, or Idol Synergy. And in fact, dare I say, almost stronger than all three. The amount of traction this ball generated made it feel way stronger than a 4K Avalon Pearl should feel. Now, truth be told, it's not stronger than the Helios or OG, but this is such a strong ball with a very different shape. It's like this is a strong version of the Idol Pearl as opposed to a Pearl version of the Helios, if that makes sense. I think adding the Pearl on this cover made it, semi-normal as compared to the early reed and almost urethane smooth type shape of the Helios. Now, on this house shot, what I can say is I had trouble getting length, which made me think this ball was way stronger than a mid-late ball. It almost looks like a strong control ball, it's that strong, but then that would be in the same slot as the Idol Helios, but very different shape. I'm thinking for the Idol lovers, this will be in the bag, but somehow will wind up slotting in the mid-control plus or strong control minus category. Not a fully square fit, but that doesn't mean it doesn't belong in the bag. Alright, Tyler's testing the Idol Cosmos, and obviously he's our power player, high ref tester. And in contrast to Brian and I in general, Tyler could literally have an Idol only bag with every Idol ball ever released. They work extremely well for him, and with his rev rate and roll, the Idol balls offer control and hit very few other balls offer him. He was immediately comfortable with the Cosmos, just wheeling it between the third and fourth arrow with the ball having a strong transition and roll through the pins. Now, not surprising, 10 pins still do happen with this pocket magnet for Tyler. The pocket shots carry more often than not. Once he tested the waters with the very deep shots beyond the fourth arrow, carry percentage did start to go down. His rev rate and this heavy rolling core generate a trustworthy shape that doesn't overreact and very easy to control. I mentioned Brian in Tyler's portion of the review. We obviously tested the Idol Cosmos with us, and you may recall the original Idol and Idol Helios weren't exactly his favorites in corner pin city typically. Strong cover on a rolly core that tended to be unable to play direct, but once he opened up, he didn't get a strong motion back with deflection through the pins. And that happened frequently enough. Like me, however, he also found the Idol Pearl to be a useful ball. So the hope was strong. The Cosmos would be similar. However, seeing out of the box tells you it's definitely not. And as such, it wasn't the ideal shape. And going through the second arrow with a very small belly seemed to yield kind of hit or miss drive through the pins. He tried for a while to figure this ball out. He did benefit from the high hard one where the miss-in sat and crushed the pins. Now, we were surprised to find the most ideal shot was actually the slow wheel, where he really gets around the ball and actually made a significant move and carried well. And that was a bit of a welcome surprise. This is not a look that he typically seeks out or has, so that was something definitely unique about the Idol Cosmos for him. Alright, final thoughts. The Roto Grip Idol Cosmos is probably stronger than it needs to be, but offers a really great look in the Idol lineup, and the Roto Grip lineup in general. Honestly, it almost reminds me of an RST X1. I mean, same deal there. kind of a strong control minus or a mid control plus if you lane shine it a bit. It's a good looking ball, and for those bowling on the higher friction house shots, this could be towards the top of the bag while still allowing room for cleaner and later ball reactions in other parts of the bag. You just have to decide, what it takes the place of.